I think anyone with COPD that's had it for more than just a short time has had a flare up.
Usually feeling very tired, very fatigued, very weak, and gasping for breath is the normal signs.
My last serious exacerbation was 2 summers ago. I had ARDS. I was placed on 11 liters of oxygen. I was in the hospital a total of 14 days. I needed to get the level of oxygen that I was on down from 11 to something more manageable for a home concentrator, like 6.
De laatste keer dat ik een aanval heb gehad was met Kerstmis dit jaar. Het was verkoudheid met erg veel hoesten en een verzwakte conditie met aanhoudende benauwdheid. Die liep door tot half januari, waarna want het ging niet over en het was al ruim 1,5, 2 maanden aan de gang.
Heb u advies voor anderen over herkenning van een COPD-opflakkering? Ja, ik zou zeggen, vertrouw je het niet, neem contact op met je huisarts of met het ziekenhuis.
How did I know I was having a flare-up? I knew I was having a flare-up because my oxygen dropped considerably. I hooked my portable concentrator up and the stationary concentrator and put both cannulas in my nose and couldn't get the oxygen to come up over 70, so then I called 911. I knew I had to go to the hospital.
With a strong and frightening feeling, however many times you've had it, and you don't feel you can do anything about it.
Maar ik werd steeds zieker en 's nachts om 1 uur hebben we weer de huisarts laten komen. En toen ben ik opgenomen en bleek dat ik een behoorlijke, lelijke longontsteking had, een ernstige longontsteking. Ik heb al een dag of 7 in het ziekenhuis gelegen.
Well, last time, as I say, it was blue light, so it was paramedics after dialing 111, and then into the hospital where I was then laid up on IV antibiotics for 16 days, I think it was. Not ideal, really.
I had messaged my PCP, and within half an hour, his nurse called me and said, you must go to the ER right now. What you have is something more than we can deal with. I was there for 3 days. And I said, how did you know? And he said, when I knew from what you told me that it was something far more serious than an antibiotic and a steroid pill would help.
Als ik erg ziek ben, dan voel ik me veilig in het ziekenhuis.
Well, obviously everybody hates being in hospital, but you do have the big help is that feeling of, well, I'm in the right place and I'm being looked after, and the staff are always absolutely brilliant.
To prepare for discharge, just make sure that you have the prescriptions you need, and you're probably going to have somebody else go and get them, because if you're just getting out of the hospital, you're not going to be ready to run around town.
This last time I was on more antibiotics through the GP for a further 3 weeks because I still was struggling with the breathing.
And I was sent home, provided that I had somebody who could take care of me. And I have a wonderful neighbor who took care of me. I was very close to death. It took me a long, long time to get back down to my 2 to 2.5 to 3 liters of oxygen that I was on before that event. I don't believe that I have ever actually physically gotten back to where I was before that instance occurred.